What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jervis Brown, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I became a YouTuber. So, growing up, as most kids do, they got NFL aspirations. So me, watching football with both sides of my family, it was an amazing thing because it's like I'm bonding with them. This is like a contact sport. It's exciting. And like, man, I want to be a part of that. I want that type of attention. I want to be able, they talking about the money they getting and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, yo, like as a kid, you hearing all this money and you get to do this to somebody. So I'm like, man, I want to be a part of that. So then, they started me out with flag. So I'm running around there. They showing me the tapes and stuff. I was completely like BSing. Like, I'm over here pulling off my own teammates' flags and stuff like that, trying to learn. Like, I was out there just doing stuff, And so then as I got older, and I played tackle. So I was kind of like a natural at it. Kind of. Like I said, I was fast. I could, I was just hit sticking people. I wasn't even wrapping up. I was just hitting people with that shoulder. You feel me? So when I started hit sticking people and like in practice and stuff like that, just like the coaches, like they knew that I didn't understand football, but they like knew that I could hit. So they was like, yeah, like he's playing DN. So I started playing DN when I was in like 6th grade. So 6th grade, DN, like I'm loving it. I'm getting to hit people. I'm second string, right? At that time I had made second string. Then I think somebody had to leave or something like that, went to a new team. I was starting. And then, man, I was literally like getting like 5 tackles a game. Like I was going crazy, like for real. And then then I want to say I had moved. My 7th grade year I didn't play. 8th grade year I picked it back up again. Then I just started getting taller, you know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't as like, not saying I was fat or nothing, but I was just like tall, but I still had like a little bit of weight on me. And so then I played, 8th grade year. I think I maybe started maybe like 1 or 2 games. I was mostly like second string or whatnot. Then I had went to high school, got taller, hit my growth spurt, got faster, stronger, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't look the same as I did in 8th grade now, you know what I'm saying? So I started playing receiver. So I took a different interest. Defensive end was cool. But it's just like when I just seen them like receivers like Antonio Brown and stuff like that really like inspired me. Like seeing him, Calvin Johnson, Andre Johnson, Randy Moss, just like watching their highlights and stuff. I'm like, man, like if they can do this, like I feel like I could do it as well. So, man, and AB, he was my favorite. So I'm just watching him. I'm like, man, he got it going on for real. So I want to say my freshman year, I was okay. You know what I'm saying? I was okay. I did some things well. I was just like big, fast. You know what I'm saying? So I was, starting JV. JV, it was smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of learning to do. I was like on some NPC type stuff out there too. Being my first year at receiver. Then I want to say my sophomore year roll around. They switched my position to linebacker, and I played receiver as well. So I'm like, man, like I don't know what they got going on, but I ain't really trying to play linebacker. I'm trying to play receiver. Like this is what I got going on. Like this is what my eyes are set on. I had tunnel vision. You see what I'm saying? And like I just had that fire in me. Like I just was eager to learn. Coaches just trying to tell me, trying to like, hey, you need to do this, do that, do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not really like picking it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm picking it up, but I'm not. I'm not like piecing everything together. So like, my head is, is trying to process everything. But I ended up, I think, starting maybe 1 or 2 games at linebacker in my sophomore year of high school on varsity. Then I had played a little bit of receiver. I had probably got like maybe a catch or 2 like the whole season. But then they just kept me at linebacker. So, I mean, like, I really wasn't enjoying linebacker, you know what I'm saying? And so then I see my little cousin, me and him about a month apart. I see him at another school. I'm like, man, like, they got it going on over there. So I said, all right, bet. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, they ain't trying to help develop me. They just telling me, oh, just telling me anything. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, you need to do this, that. Instead of like, you know, sitting me down, like showing me. They just like having in their mind of like, we ain't got time. I'm like, okay, like, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, you throwing everything at me, but it's like everybody learn different. You see what I'm saying? I'm like more of like a hands-on like learner. You can't just sit me on the sideline, have me watching the whole practice and expect me to learn. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm new to this, you know? So I'm like, man, like what's going on? You like, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, man, forget this. Like, they ain't trying to help me. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I left to another school. You know, I had to end up sitting over there. So I sat out over there. You know, they already had their guys with the whoop. I had went to camps and stuff, so I'm balling out at the camps. Like, before like the season even started, right? Like after like my junior year, because I had to play JV my junior year, mind you. Like when I had set, I had to play JV. I hated it. It sucked, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So when I was at them camps, I had went to the Kentucky camp. I had went to Clemson, Georgia. Like, they was like, yeah, like I was balling out, like literally like balling out at them camps. And, you know, the coach was like, you know, yeah, come to talk to me, like, where you from with the woo? I'm telling them, but yeah, follow me on Twitter, you know, we'll get up with you, woo. They all said the same thing. Georgia ended up following me back. Yeah, Georgia ended up following me back, one of the coaches from there. Then Kentucky, he didn't follow me back, and then the one from Clemson didn't follow me back. So I was like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just, you know, ball out, just get this little offer from Georgia, which I was, you know, trying, but it's like I really wasn't, you know, getting in like I was supposed to. I really didn't get much opportunity like I was supposed to my senior year. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I graduate, you know. No, we win state, I graduate. Then I want to say, so after we won state, I'm sending out emails, trying to hit up coaches, trying to find a home to go to. Because mind you, like, I had like maybe one offer from Presbyterian College, D1 school out there in, I think like North Carolina or something like that. But yeah, they was on overtime and some more stuff. But yeah, like my homeboy Brian, he had went to some camps after we graduated. And the school, you know, they had hit him up like, yo, like, you know, we like you with the whoop. They offered him. And then he's like, look, hey, he put me on. You know what I'm saying? So after he put me on, I was like, yeah, bro, I appreciate you with the whoop. So that D2 school ended up giving me my shot, right? I was the last one signed. I came to camp like unprepared. I had no cleats. I had like lineman cleats. I'm talking about when I went out to that camp, I was doing them dirty. Like to the point to where I made the bus as an 18-year-old. So I'm like, man, like I'm feeling myself at this point. Like my confidence is up. Like I'm like, yo, like this is really what I got going on right now. Like it's happening. Like everything that I prayed for, like it's slowly coming along, but you know, it ain't really like took off yet. You see what I'm saying? And man, like I ended up getting hurt. What was it? I had twisted my, I think I either sprung my ankle or something like that. I forgot what it was, but I had did something. So then they was like, look, man, we just gonna have a red shirt, you save you. And then later on that season, you know, I'm still balling out in practice like I did before. 18 years old, feel me? Grown man. They like 23, 24. I'm out there going crazy. And I'm like, man, like my high school really like didn't play me. You see what I'm saying? I'm over here at this D2 college showing out. So like what's really going on right now? You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, fuck them. Fuck what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like if they wasn't gonna use me, then somebody else will. That's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it is what it is. And I'm balling. You know, balling. We finished the season. We lost like every game. Like almost every game. I think we finished like 2-9 or something like that. So then I want to say all season roll around, you know, coaches is talking to me like, look, you know, we want to put you on scholarship. We feel like you earned that. So I earned a scholarship through practice. Mind you, walk on, 18, earn a scholarship through practice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm hyped. I'm calling my mama, my dad, my grandmama, my brothers, my sisters. I'm calling everybody up. You know what I'm saying? They saying congratulations. You know, I worked for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't gave to me. You know, I had to put in that work for that, and I did. For somebody who really just didn't know too much about the game, having a position switch to going to a D2 school, and D2 not bad. If you a real athlete, you know D2 is not bad. You can still make it from D2. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, my trainer, him helping me out, getting faster, stronger, helping me with knowledge, you know, me just doing stuff on my own, him just giving me advice. Like, Sean gave me great advice, you see what I'm saying? So I'm like, it was a blessing, like, having him. And, man, my coach, he was just like, you know, my offensive coordinator, he was like, look, we're going to be building the offense around you next year. Make sure you get in that playbook. Keep training, keep working. You know, you're going to have a big year next year. I was like, okay, yeah, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself. I told my family what they said. Everybody hyped. I come back that following summer. Offensive coordinator gone. So I don't know. I really don't know what happened with that situation. I don't know if he got fired. I don't know if he just got resigned. Like, I don't know what went on, but I knew that he wasn't there. So head coach, you know, he put me to the side like, look, I really want you. Come back, you know, let's get it going. So I come back, you know, the promises he made me, he didn't live up to. You know what I'm saying? He didn't live up to none of the promises he made me. When I was leaving the school, I tried to have a conversation with him, to be honest. Try to have a nice little man-to-man talk. He didn't want to do that. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to be a man how my pops told me. You know, you talk face-to-face with a man. And, you know, he didn't really want to do that, and that's fine. He was giving other people conversation. Cool. He was salty when I left. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. The past is the past, you know? So I hit the transfer portal. After I hit the transfer portal, I found me a little home. I went JUCO. I went out there to Butler Community College. For those who haven't heard, it's out there in Kansas. So, you know, it's D1 school, top of the line athletes going there, right? So my homeboy Jakai, he there. So I slide up there, you know, everything going good. Man, it was going real good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm getting into some of the best shape I've ever gotten to in my life. For real. I'm on a meal plan. We running every morning. Like, everything was going good. I'm learning from other athletes and stuff like that, coming from D1 schools. My coaches is developing me. We breaking down film. He just teaching me like little things, just helping me out. So, you know, everything was going good. I ended up getting hurt again. So I'm like, man, like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, why I keep getting hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just started bothering me. So I was hurt to the point to where I couldn't play for like the rest of the spring. The rest of the spring, I couldn't play. At the end of spring, I ended up getting cut. You know what I'm saying? They was like, look, you know, we appreciate you coming out, you know, working hard. You was going good. You was doing good at the beginning of the spring, but it's like we really didn't see much out of you like we planned to. And like, you know, don't let this discourage you, but, you know, we got to, you know, part ways. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. Like, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because we met like men, face to face, shook on it, wish each other luck, and that was that. So I come back home, I'm still hurt emotionally from, you know, getting cut, physically. The back of my leg was hurting. I had like slightly tore it. I forgot what it was, but I had slightly tore it. So I'm back home rehabbing, and then I decided to, you know, pick up the camera with YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And my pops, he done had the camera in front of my face like all the time when I was younger. Me and my sister, I really didn't care for it too much. Neither did she. I mean, okay, she cared for it more than I did because I was younger. She was older, so I really just didn't understand like the results that you could get if you just stay consistent with YouTube and stuff like that. Like, I really didn't care about none of that. I just wanted to, you know, I guess just be a kid at that time. I don't really know. So I'm back home. I'm making videos, and I'm just having fun. And then one of my videos, I had did a vlog. I went to UT game day, and man, I hit like 1.4K views on it. I was like, what? I was like, hold on, like, I could really end up doing this, like, for real. Like, my pops was telling me all the time, like, son, like, you a natural at this. And I'm thinking, is he lying, or is he for real? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just seeing like the results, and like I'm hitting like 600 on this video, 300 on this video. I'm like, okay, and I'm barely got 100 and something subs at this time. So I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm starting to understand it. Like, and so then I started missing ball again. So I was like, man, I started praying about it. And I was like, look, God, if it's meant to, for me to play ball again, please make a way. Please, like, give me coaches who's going to believe in me, develop me, get me to where I'm supposed to be at the end. And then my legs started getting better. I was training every day. I'm in there with my trainer. And then when I wasn't in there with him, I was doing stuff by myself or linking up with some of my homeboys that was running routes, like for the pro leagues in Germany and stuff like that. My homeboy Gabe, linking up with my homeboy Brian, hitting footwork, or him tossing me the football and stuff like that. So, I'm going the extra mile, to get stuff done. And, fast forward, I lose a couple family members, during like a month's span. You know what I'm saying? I lost my cousin, my aunt, and my uncle within like a couple months. And I'm like, dang, like I was just like, mentally kind of down. I'm like, it hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you already know how it is when you lose somebody. And I'm like, man, like it hurt. So I'm having like Zoom meetings and stuff like that with the coaches and, my teammates and stuff. So I got my coaches, they checking in on me. They care about how I'm doing mentally more than anything. So I really thank them for like, checking in on me, make sure I'm good, and they was like real understanding. So they kept pushing me, motivating me. They was there. I ain't gonna lie. Fast forward a couple months, it's about time for me to leave. And so the day before I left, the girl I was talking to, she ended up leaving me. So I got to catch the flight the next day. So I'm just like, I had like the longest flight I've ever been on in my life. Like, it was just so like depressing, like the whole flight. You see what I'm saying? I caught 2 flights. They was both like, maybe like an hour a piece, an hour and 30. So the flight really wasn't that long, but it's like, it was long. You get what I'm saying? It's like, how do I say this? Like, when it's quiet, it's loud. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just real quiet, like the whole time. Like, going to Minnesota by myself. I don't know nobody up there. I'm just like, man, like, lost some family members. My girl just like left me the day before I left town. So I'm like, man, like, I'm just like mentally just messed up. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, I didn't know what to do, besides grind. And that's all I knew. As soon as I got down in Minnesota, it was straight business. You see what I'm saying? So I get there, like, I'm asserting my dominance early. So we there, practice is going on. Like, I'm there, but it's like I had stuff, I was letting that stuff kind of bother me, you know what I'm saying? And the coaches knew, they knew, but, they worked with me. They helped me get through it. Yeah, I was dropping a few passes in practice and stuff like that. But after that, I had locked in. I'm over here grabbing the tennis ball at nighttime, 100 on this arm, 100 on that arm, 100 just 2-hand catches, like every night in the room. I locked in, and then I was like going crazy in practice. They was like, where did he come from? Man, I had knocked that rust off. You see what I'm saying? Man, coaches knew it. They knew. They said, hey, it's going to take time, because they done pulled me to the side and let me know, like, hey, like, you good, man. Get out your head. Like, we know what's going on. We know you ain't played football in over a year. You got stuff going on back home. Like, what do you expect to happen? Like, nobody's perfect. So quit trying to be perfect. So I was like, you know what? You right, coach. And they both told me that. And after that, I was balling. And then I caught COVID. So I'm like, man, COVID, like, don't we all hate like COVID? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just had to come like a week before the game. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead, get over this COVID. So I heal up. So I return back to practice. So we had a 9-padded practice, and it was my first day back. So I should have took it more like easier, but that competitive nature in me, like, it just wouldn't let me, you know what I'm saying? So, and the coaches was monitoring me anyway, so they wasn't gonna let me just go ballistics, you see what I'm saying? So me and my homeboy CJ, we going back and forth. It's all love at the end of the day between me and CJ. That's my dog. Shout out to CJ. And I'm already knowing what he about to go do. So me and him talking that mess in front of coach. Coach was like, oh, I want to see a little bit of that action. So then we line it up. He was like, look, if you win offense, they got to run. If you win defense, they got to run. Bet that up. So then we was like, all right, bet. So I talked to Q. I said, hey, look, Q, that's what I want you to do. If he end up pressing up, throw the fade. If he play off, throw the dig. I know what he gonna do. I done seen him play so many times. I know what he gonna do. He's gonna press up. And that's stupid. Cause I done worked hard. Your boy done worked hard. And I know the IQ. So it's like I really couldn't be messed with at that point. So the ball about to snap, right? So I start pointing at CJ. Feel me? Like we lined up. I'm lined up like this. I'm looking at Q, pointing at CJ. Like, mind you, I just told Q he's going to press up like I done told him. And what he do? Pressed up. Boom, boom. Gave him a move, swiping the hands off, took off. I'm talking about all he had to do was drop it in the bucket. That's how I don't know what to say. Like, that's how open I was, man. Like, that's how open I was. This nigga throw a back shoulder fade. I'm trying to adjust to it when he don't have to. So then I'm trying to like reach behind me and like catch it. CJ like pulled me down by my jersey. And then somehow, like some way, like I fall on my shoulder. And I hear boom. So I'm like, oh, like it was just like a loud like noise. And when it did boom, like it hit the ground and stuff like that, like I already knew like it had to be dislocated. And I'm like, all right, like let me try to get up. So I'm trying to get up. Like, all right, I done fell on my shoulder like 1,000 times. So like I'm a soldier for real. So I'm getting up. And I'm like, oh, and then I just went back down. It's like, you need a trainer? I was like, yeah, I need a trainer. So I'm like, surprisingly, I didn't cry. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I didn't cry. Like, I'm like, what? Okay, but that's besides the point. But so the trainer come over there. He start touching on my collarbone. He start feeling. So, all right, he said, yeah, feeling the collarbone right here. But when I get right here, I don't feel it. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, you broke it. I said, what? He said, yeah, you broke it. He said, can you get up? I said, nah, I can't get up. He said, yeah, we gonna have to hurry up and get you to the hospital like now. So I hurry up, he picking me up, both of them trying to get me up. Then I want to say, as soon as I stood up, I'm talking about, like, I felt so sick. Like, I instantly started feeling like I had to throw up, like I was dizzy. And like, I'm just sitting down like, man, like, get me out of here. So we get to the hospital. They do the little MRIs and stuff. Man, like my whole clavicle and my collarbone broke like this in two. So then they was like, look, man, we're gonna have to hurry up, get you to surgery, because they couldn't get me to surgery at first because they had to do like a CAT scan on my chest to see if I was like internally bleeding. So I'm like, man, like, come on now. And then I had the surgery. So when I had the surgery, they put the little metal plates, and then they put like 12 screws in my shoulder. And so they told me, like, look, you could possibly be able to make a comeback this season. But I'm like, man, like, they telling me like 12 weeks. So I'm like, man, that's like the whole season. Like, what am I going to do? So they prescribed me like oxycodone and stuff like that. So I'm on oxys and stuff. And I already know, like, I won't be able to participate in class. I write with my right hand, so I can't write with my left hand. You feel me? So like, I'm on oxys, like I can't participate in class. Like I'm gonna be asleep, And then so my mama, when she had came and she had flew down like after my surgery, she there, and I'm in there, chopping it up with my mom, and she already like kind of pissed like how things went. Me getting hurt, like it was unexpected. Like I'm out there like 3 weeks. I had just flew there like 3 weeks. So I'm saying, and then, like that happens. So it's like, it's definitely emotional from like a mom's standpoint, because it's like she watching her baby doing something he loved and he get hurt. Mind you, like, he been through a lot. And so when we get back to the hotel room, I couldn't sleep that night. So next day, they got the game. So I'm trying to watch my boys play. So I'm watching them. They end up losing. And so it's just like, I was really looking forward to the first game, because I already know, like, they one of the best teams in the conference. And I'm like, man, I'm going to show out that game. I'm going to help my team. Like, we going to go all the way. Then, I want to say, when they lost pretty bad. And I'm like just sitting there just like soaking it in, and like everything just hit me at once. Family members dying, my girl leaving me the day before I, left town, me getting hurt. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything just hit me like at once in the hotel room, and I just started like bawling my eyes out. So then like, I'm like, man. And so my mama, she come over here, she talking to me and stuff like that. After, her talking to me, she making me feel better and stuff. Telling me it's gonna be okay, praying with me and stuff. And then, I want to say, after she left, I had like the option to, I could sit down in my room and be depressed because, I had to drop out of school because I can't, like I told y'all earlier, like I can't sit in class on oxycodone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on a hard drug like that. Like I won't be able to participate. I'm gonna be asleep the whole class. So I have to literally just drop out. So I was just literally in my room 24/7, just watching movies, wake up, eat, watch movies, take my medicine, sleep, eat again. That was what I was doing. So I was like, man, I could stay down, be depressed, or I could get up and do YouTube. So I have my little broadcasting camera and I was in a sling. So I was like, what, let me try this out. Let me see if it worked. And then I started doing it. And I just started falling in love ever since. And so I started gaining traction, me being in the sling, playing the game like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was wanting it. Like I just want to, I'm the type of dude, like, I just can't stay down forever. Like, I gotta get up. Yeah, I might be hurt for a minute, but I gotta get up and I gotta do something. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I have, like, big plans for my life. And it's like, I just want to achieve those things. And I just know, like, okay, maybe football might not be my path because of how everything went, from me saying that prayer. Like, I kid y'all not, like, everything I prayed for, it literally happened. You see what I'm saying? It literally happened, but then I end up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, like it couldn't have happened no better than that. Like, so I'm just thinking like that was just God's way of telling me, just do something else. And I already liked doing YouTube from when I was at home previously for the whole year, and I was just having fun with it. So I'm like, man, I could really just lock in and still change my life forever. So then ever since then, like from that point on, I was going crazy on YouTube, like streaming every night. My homeboys in the stream with me from my team, giving my teammates my YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm just networking, meeting new people and stuff like that. Man, because my city, like people don't really care about what you got going on. You got niggas that's gonna hate on you. They don't want to see you do better than them. Like they don't care. So it's just like, I just feel like that was God's way of just telling me like, it's YouTube time. That's perfect networking. Them guys out there supporting me. They reposting my videos more than niggas in my own city. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I only known you for a couple weeks versus niggas I known for years, and they ain't post my videos once, even when I was just playing around. But now that I'm serious and I've been on my path and stuff, they still post my stuff to this day. My homeboy Bruno, that's one person that I know that be posting my videos. Merrick, Dakota, Mark, like all of them be doing it. Coach Embry, like, you know what I'm saying? They be doing it for real, So I shouts out to them, and man, you can't ask for no greater friends like that, And I was on my way back home. I was still streaming. I was trying to figure out what video I want to do next, and that lead us right here. So if you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time,